Sleeper trains are becoming more popular again, and it's easy to see why. They're better for the environment and will last longer than flying. They're fun and usually comfy. But if you've never been on a sleeper train before, it might seem scary. There's nothing to be scared of though. And that is why, in today's video, we'll tell you everything you need to know before you get on your first sleeper train. First off, what kind of place should you reserve? No matter what country you're visiting, make sure you know about the different types of accommodations each service offers so you can choose the best one for your needs and income. Most people who travel on Amtrak in the United States buy passes in coach class, which has wide reclining seats with lots of legroom. You should bring a blanket and neck pillow to get a good night's sleep. Private roomettes have two seats next to each other that can be turned into an upper and lower berth at night. Bedrooms have the same number of beds but are twice as big. When you travel, it has a huge effect on the price, so book your tickets as early as you can to get the best deals. In Europe, there are couchettes and sleepers. Couchettes have 6 or 4 bunk beds that you make yourself, while sleepers have beds that are already made, wash basins, and on some routes, private showers and toilets. The websites of most countries' train companies have clear pictures of what to expect. As always, booking early is best to get the best deals. Women tourists are usually put in spaces together, but you can always call the operator to make sure. When should you get a rail pass? A rail pass might be worth it if you plan to take more than 1 or 2 sleeping trains in a few days. A 30-day pass on Amtrak costs $499 and lets you ride 10 times. An Interrail pass in Europe costs $250 and lets you travel 7 days in the same month. When you book a spot, there's a small fee, but a pass is often cheaper than buying individual tickets and lets you hop during the day. But sometimes, it's better to go slower. Think about what time your train gets to its location. If you arrive in a place you've never been to at 6 a.m., you might not want to carry your bags around until 3 p.m. So find out what storage options are available at the other end of the airport, or if your accommodations allow you to check in early. If not, you might want to take a slower night train that gets there at a better time of day. Another thing you might want to think about again is crossing the border at night. Crossing countries at night might sound fun and romantic, but it's actually a pain. You will likely be woken up on both sides for visa and customs checks. You may also be asked to get off sometimes to have your bag scanned. People who are tired on the road will feel much better with the service during the day. Now, what should you bring along to feel good? Try to pack as little as possible. Most likely, you'll have to lift your bag onto overhead racks or fit it under a seat, so don't bring too much. Bring a towel and a small hotel-sized bottle of shower gel to wash your hands with. Water wipes are bad for the environment and often just fall onto the tracks when they are flushed. Don't bring them with you. Always bring your toilet paper with you and make sure it's easy to get to at night. Wear shoes that you can slip on and off instead of shoes with laces that you have to mess with in the dark or that drag on the train floor. For the same reason, wear yoga pants or tights that are stretchy and loose, with ankles that are tapered and won't pick up dirt. Temperatures on trains can range from very cold to very warm. For example, don't think you'll freeze on the Trans-Siberian in the winter. The heaters are full blast, and most people wear sweaters and sliders. Start with a jacket and go up to a comfortable hooded sweatshirt if it gets cold. Don't forget to bring a pair of thick bed socks too. Bring a silk sheet to sleep on. They come in small bags about the size of your palm. In the winter, they work great as an extra layer of insulation. In the summer, they're great for keeping cool. As a bonus, they keep you safe from bug bites in hot places. You might want to buy a pair of soft plastic earplugs and an eye mask to get a better night's sleep if you're not used to the noise and light after dark or early morning. Lastly, put books on an e-reader and bring a portable phone charger. There's a reason for the rules. Do what the rules say. If a sign says lights out at 9 p.m., then do what your friends do. You can use your reading light and go out into the vestibule to talk on the phone or send text so you don't bother other people. When the train is at a stop, don't go to the bathroom because waste often falls onto the tracks and makes the platform unpleasant for people waiting to get on. If you want to sleep in, book an upper bed. Bottom bunks are used as seats for everyone in a cabin during the day, so don't sleep in if everyone is awake. The bed needs to be put away because it's rude. Because of this, it is recommended that you book an upper bed. This way, you can go up whenever you want to sleep or read and stay there until morning as long as you want. Also, you should bring your food. Check to see if there's an eating car, but bring food with you in case the galley is closed for some reason. You can stay full with instant noodles, bananas, cookies, and cereal bars. Cheese and deli meats are fine to eat on the first night. Get rid of the tea, coffee, and sugar bags if you're staying at a hotel the night before. Also, bring small amounts of cash for drinks, snacks, and tips for the staff. You can always break the ice with food and drinks. In Asia, especially, traveling by train is a social experience. Families bring all sorts of food, like tightly rolled chapatis with fried potatoes on Indian trains, and homemade mantou buns and fried fish in China, which they usually offer to other people on the train. Try to do the same for them, even if it's just to share some nuts or boiled sweets. We can't leave you alone yet though. So with that, we'll introduce you to 3 of the best sleeper trains for first-timers. Number 1. Stockholm to Narvik. This popular overnight service leaves the Swedish city just after 6 p.m. and is the only one that goes up the country and into the Arctic Circle. After breakfast, it crosses the border into Norway. The train has comfortable seats and a noisy neon pink lit eating car where people can eat rich reindeer stew and creamy mash while making friends with ski groups, students, young families, and sometimes even a dog or two. The last few hours of the trip have the most beautiful views as the train curves above frozen bays, mountains in the background, and snow-covered spruce trees on its way to Narvik. Number 2. Mumbai to Howrah Duronto Express. India's Duronto Trains runs a fast overnight service that doesn't make any stops between the city where the trip starts and where it ends. The trains are clean and comfy, with wide seats, bottle holders, and LED light fixtures. Meals for vegetarians and non-vegetarians are included in the ticket price. First, there will be tomato soup, then roti covered in foil, steamed rice, chicken curry, dal, and yogurt. You can get on the ship in Mumbai and go to sleep around 10 p.m. You can sleep soundly, knowing there won't be any rough spots or loud people looking for seats. Number 3. Sunset Limited from New Orleans to Los Angeles. The Sunset Limited is the southernmost route of Amtrak. It takes people through the bayous of Louisiana and the arid red land of Texas before heading up through New Mexico and Arizona and arriving in Los Angeles at dawn. It is a superliner service with an observation car on the upper floor and a dining car with blueberry cobbler cheesecake, coconut-crusted shrimp, and flat iron steak. You can stay in a roomette or a bedroom for the cross-country trip. And that's all we have for you in today's video. Is there anything you think we failed to mention? Let's talk about it in the comment section. Meanwhile, if you'd like to see more content like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching!